friends, it's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that are new, welcome. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel as it helps me out. So today we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. I really don't decorate a lot for Valentine's Day. I have a few little things that I put here and there, but I don't do a lot. It's just enough to get me through the winter months and get me to mid-March when I start decorating for spring and Easter. Of course, it depends on when Easter falls, how early I decorate. But it's just a little something just to lighten the mood because winter is always tough for me. But anyway, so here I have my tier tray that's still decorated for Christmas, and I'm going to just change out just a few little tiny things, like my little Christmas sign that I have here. So I'm going to change that out and put a little sign there, and just a couple little things. Old Saint Nick over here, we'll take him away. I do have a couple things that I had purchased at Hobby Lobby recently, and a couple little things that I've had, and like I said, it's not much. So I'm going to show you how, just to change this out and update it a little bit for Valentine's Day. Excuse me. And also, if you were following me on one of my shopping hauls, I picked this up at Target. It was in the dollar bin. I paid $5 for it. I just thought it was adorable. I'm going to do a cute little sign for this. I couldn't find what I wanted, so I figured I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to decorate this as well. And first, let me just show you quickly. What I did was I bought like a 4x4 piece of wood at my local hardware store, and then I cut it down. It's actually 3.5 by 3.5. So this is going to be one of my signs. And then I did another 2x2 piece of wood, and you know, it was just maybe 3-4 feet long, and then I cut a square down to, I believe this is 2.5 by 2.5. This is going to be excuse me, like I had shown you before, this little sign I had up here. I was having a hard time finding a Valentine sign that was about this size, so I thought, let's make my own. So I cut that down, and then at the Dollar Tree, I just happened to be looking at their craft section. I found these little square blocks. They were only $1, and I have a cute little idea that I want to make with that. So let me turn the camera down. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use 2 chalk paints. Some of these are going to be white, some are going to be red. It's Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint. This I believe I purchased at Michael's, I believe. And then the other day I picked this up at Walmart. It's the Waverly chalk paint in crimson. So I'm going to do red and white. So let me turn the camera down and show you what I'm about to do. All right, my friends, I just have, oh, sorry, a little paper plate right here. I'm going to put some chalk paint, if I can open it. Oh my goodness. Put some chalk paint on there. That. Of that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead. I cut myself 2 of each one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and get this painted. And I think I'm going to do a distressing. I think I might distress these. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Okay, so now I'm going to wash my brush out, and I'm going to paint these two the crimson red. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and paint my block. Oh, I really like that color. I hope that's coming through. It's red, but it has a hint of pink in there. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love, love, love this color. And this goes on really well. It covers really nicely. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you really quickly what my plans are. This block here, I want to do like an XOXO around it and then a heart on the top. So I hope you can see this. I think you can. I cut out a little stencil with my vinyl of a heart. I'm going to put that on top and then paint it white. And then I did, you might be able to see, I already transferred this, the O, and let me see. Oh, I'm sticking to my finger. See if we can get the X. You see that X in there? So I'm going to do XOXO around the square with the heart on top. And what I did was, to make it easier, I used the transfer tape so I can easily put it on there. So I have that done. And I did 2 of the zeros just because I have this middle piece and I think it's going to be harder to use it for a second time like I will with the X. And then for one of the big blocks I have, and I did 2 of these of each one just in case I mess up. I found this cute little artwork, and I will link the site in the description box. They have a whole slew of free SVGs, and I found this one that says, "You are my cup of tea." And it has a little hot teacup with some hearts coming out. So I've already cut that out and transferred it to my vinyl, and I'm going to put this on one of these blocks, and then I'm going to paint that. And then I took just the top part of that and made, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's just the cup. There we go. It's just the cup with the hearts. And I thought that would be cute on one of the little blocks. And then where I cut it out, I saved the actual vinyl itself, and I thought this would be cute on the smaller red block, just the white vinyl on the red. And then this I'm going to transfer and use as a stencil on the white and then paint that in. So that is the plan for this. So if you followed me on my shopping hauls, I had picked up 2 of these little cups at Hobby Lobby. I picked up a pink one and a very mint green one, light green, mint green I guess, to put on my tier trays. Now I'm going to use this one for Valentine's Day, and I'm going to use it for Easter, as well as the mint green one. However, I already had over here on my tier tray this red one with the little tree in it for Christmas, and I would like to use this on the tier tray, but I feel like it screams Christmas. So what I did is I just went on my Cricut and typed the word love, and did a fancy little font and made it small. And then what I did was I printed it out, cut it out on the vinyl, and then have it on transfer tape there. And then I'm going to put it across the cup to turn this little Christmas looking cup into a Valentine's Day cup. So I'm going to show you quickly how I do that. Okay, so I went ahead, transferred it to my tape, and then I'm going to decide, I'm going to be putting it in my tray this way. So I want it to be on this side. So the only thing I need to do is turn that around. I'm going to lay it on my cup. Just like that. You see that? And then we're going to just rub that down. And you can make any design, any saying. And the nice thing about this is I can remove this when I want to use it for Christmas, or I can just turn it around and kind of hide it if I don't want to redo it again. But it's removable, and it just says love, and I can put my little tree back in there, and it'll still have a Valentine's Day feel instead of a Christmas feel. So I will show you when I'm all done what that looks like. So now I'm just going to put that back. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish washing out my brush, and I'm going to go ahead and give the white one more coat, let that dry, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to stencil. All right, my friends. Oh, it's on me. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, my friends, my blocks of wood are now dry. So I'm going to start with the easiest of all by just putting the vinyl on the one block. Simple, quick, and easy. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the vinyls down as a stencil and go ahead and paint them. So let me turn the camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, my friends, so we're going to start with my little red painted block. And if you remember or recall earlier, I had shown you this stencil that I made, the little coffee cup with the hearts on top that was part of another stencil. And what I did was I decided to use this as a stencil on the white block, and I thought I might as well use the cutout as well and just use the vinyl on the little red block and just kind of do two of them, one red and one white. So all I have already done is transferred it to the transfer tape. I'm going to put it right in the middle here of my block like that. I got them a little crooked. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and rub that on my block. And then we are going to slowly peel that back. And voila, there you go, my friends. That simple. It literally, you saw how quickly it took. The longest part was painting and letting it dry, which again did not take long at all. So this is going to be cute for like when I had mentioned about the little Christmas sign that I had. You know, they're pretty much the same size. So now I can just take this out and replace it with this, which I'm going to show you a little bit later. Okay, so now the next one that I'm going to do is my red block. And this I wanted to do the exos around the side and the heart on top. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off my stencil here. You can use transfer tape to do this as well. Then I'm just going to lay this on top. Find the center. Probably would be easier to use transfer tape. I didn't think I was going to need it with this. And then I found my center. It's on there nicely. Oh, I am a little off on the side. Need to move it over just a smidgen. There we go. I think that'll work. So now I have it down like that. Now, one way to stop from bleeding, so when I put the white on here, sometimes it will bleed. A lot of times, honestly, you can go ahead and take the red paint, do a thin coat of red paint, let it dry, and then put the white on top, and then it will bleed the red and not the white. But I don't feel like waiting for it to dry, so I'm just going with it, and it's okay if I have the rustic look. So let me pour a little bit more white paint out on my tray here. And take my brush. And instead of painting it across, what I'm going to do is dab it. I am dabbing. I'm hoping that this is going to give me a lot less bleeding. Now my brush, I should have dried that a little bit better. My brush actually, my brush is too wet from washing it. I did not dry it out well enough. You can see the water. I don't know if you can see that, the water. So I'm going to dab that water off. Oh, actually I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Oh, see how my mistake worked? Oh, I think I might be changing it up instead of doing a solid white. Oh, friends, look at that mistake that I made. I kind of like the way that looks. All right. Okay. Interesting. And then I'm going to take my paper towel and just kind of, oh, I like the way that looks. See the simple little mistake I made? I don't know if you can see that. I love the way that's turning out. Okay, let's keep moving. So, this is going to be the top, so this will be my front. I think I'm going to start with the X there. So I did do a transfer tape for this just because of the center of the O. So I used my transfer tape. And now I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm going to have to take this heart off in order to do it. Let's see. Oh, friends, I am loving. Way cool. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and center this and make sure I'm doing it right. That's the front X. We're going to do an O right here. Looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that down there like that. And then remove that. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the O that we did with the heart. I really do like the way that turned out. I was going to paint it a solid white, but I kind of like the way that worked out a little bit. So I'm going to leave this sit on the side just for a little bit. And then I'm going to take my piece of whitewood. And I have this stencil here. Excuse me. It says, "You are my cup of tea." So I'm going to lay this down. And this stencil has some little pieces to it, so I'm not going to be able to reuse it, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and center that right there. Rub that on. Let me get it really well. And then we're going to peel it back. Make sure all those little pieces, like the pieces to the, it's kind of hard to see. Uh-oh. That's stuck to my shirt. Oh, there it is. Friends, I just want to show you something. The little piece that goes in the middle of the A, I just noticed is missing. And I had put my hands down on the counter and I accidentally leaned into this when I went like this and it stuck to my shirt. I don't know if you can see my sweater. Do you see that? That is the little piece to the A. Is that crazy or what? So you have to be super, super careful. I think this video is turning out to be all the things you should not do. So I have my little piece to the A, so let's pull this back and hope that that's the only piece missing. It's hard to see because it's white on white. Let me see. Yeah, I'm missing a little piece of the E. Uh-oh. Oh my. And I don't see that on me. All right, my friends. You guys are learning big time with me today because you're seeing all the oopses that I am making. I had my stencil already on my transfer tape, had it laying here. I leaned against it without realizing it. It stuck to my sweater. I thought I had all the pieces on there, so when I went to put it on, I realized I was missing a piece of the letter, could not find it. So unfortunately, I had to go back, recreate this again, cut it out, and get it ready. But this time I was smart and I put it on black vinyl instead of white so I can see it a little bit better. So I'm going to turn the camera down and pick up where I had left off. All right, my friends, have it sitting here, and twice now I've leaned forward to turn the camera on and almost did the same mistake I made. All right, oh, so while I was cutting this out, I went ahead and moved forward and put the rest of the stencils on here. I didn't think you needed to see that because you've already seen it. So that is the top. Then I have my XO all the way around. And I think I'm going to take my little wood block and distress it. I'm going to wait until I'm done painting everything so I don't get dust everywhere, but I did want to show that to you real quickly. And I really, 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 really love the way that turned out. Like I said, you can paint it solid. That was one of my faux pas. My brush was a little bit wet, so the paint was watery. I took my paper towel to wipe it off and ended up getting that effect. Loved it. So we're done with that. And just to recap real quick, that was just the other vinyl that I just put on there. So we'll be sanding the edges and distressing that a little bit too. So now we're moving on. I have my vinyl cut out, and I'm using this as a stencil. Keep in mind you can do this using the vinyl, but I just really want the paint and give it a stressed look. So I have this one with the actual vinyl. That's not paint, but this I'm going to use as a stencil. So I'm going to lay that down right in the middle of my block. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my black paint down. And I have some other colors here that I just picked up. It's just acrylic paint. Fuchsia, baby pink, and heather. So I'm going to probably use a tad bit of each one of these. And the hearts don't take much, like I said, just a little drop. Yeah, I think I want it done right. I need to get the right paintbrush. So hold on, friends, while I run and get another paintbrush. All right, I'm back. Smaller paintbrush. right, my friends, everything is dry now. So let's take off this vinyl and see if it worked. So let me turn the camera down and we will check it out. All right, so we're going to start with the smaller one since I don't have any little pieces I need to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up the side of this. I'm dying to see if it worked. This is pretty small. Ooh. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, wow. All right, I know I got a little piece in here somewhere. There we go. Get that out. Not bad, friends. I got a little bit of bleed around the edge right there. But overall, that does not look bad at all. I think what I'll probably do is just take a thin paintbrush and touch that up, but not bad. That is kind of small to paint, so that's probably why that happened. But overall, it's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and rough it up. I'll do that in a second. Now let's see if this one actually worked. This is probably the one I'm most concerned about. Here you have it. Is that adorable or what? Now granted, that was a lot more work. I could have just put the vinyl on there and been done, but I just like the paint look. So what I'm going to do now is just take my sand block here, just kind of rough the edges a little bit. All right, my friends, so we are now going to work on my tier tray. I have some items here. I'm just going to quickly show you some things that I had from last year. I have this little sign here that says love, this here with the little heart, and this little sign that says you feel like home to me. And these I just purchased recently at Hobby Lobby, the little truck and the little house. And then of course the little items that I made, which may end up going on the smaller tier tray. And then I had some of these little felt hearts. And I don't know if you saw my haul where I had these from Hobby Lobby, the little hearts. I have this little vase or jar. And I have two little tier trays, a pink one and a white one. And then I picked up some of these little flowers here. I don't know if you can see the purple in there. I thought they were pretty and I could tuck in. And I have this little jar here that I could put some in. And then I have, I don't know where I put it. Oh, hold on. I have this little pink cup, but I think I might end up using it on this. These are just a couple little things that I grabbed. That little house I had in my bathroom. I have that little jar there and then a couple little hearts. So I'm going to try to do that as well. So this may end up going on this tray here. So I want to show you what I'm planning on doing here with this tray, tier tray. There's Christmas stuff on there. I'm just going to take a few items out and replace it with a couple Valentine items and remove just a couple little things to make it more Valentine-y, to make it feel more like Valentine's Day than Christmas. So let me pull the camera out a little bit so you can see the entire tray. Or actually, why don't we start working on the bottom of the tray and then work up. Okay, so as you can see here, I have two little Christmas signs here. It says Merry Christmas and 'tis the season. I just stacked them together. So we're going to remove those. And I'm going to take out the little berries because I feel like the berries is what gives me that Christmas vibe. And I think I'm going to take out this little, what's this called? Little pine, I guess. Remove that. And then what I think I'm going to do is just take my little sign that says Love Lives Here. I'm going to go ahead, put that right in the middle there like that. Alright, my friends, we're going to start here at the top. As you can see, I left my little Christmas tree in there, and I just added a little red heart. And then I have my little square block with the XOs and the heart on top. And then I just put in a little bit of purple flowers. And then you come down to the second tier, and I just have my little metal or galvanized heart, and I added some more greenery and purple flowers with the little felt white heart. And then on the bottom here, I just have my little house that says Love Lives Here, and I just added some red and white hearts and some little bit of purple flowers. And we'll just go around on the side. As you can see, just some little bit of greenery. And then here we have the little wooden heart that says love with an added little red heart. And then this side here, just, have a little bit of greenery. That's where we're at there. And then let's go spin her around for you to make it easier. I'm trying to stay in the light here, which is a little hard. And then up here, I just kept my little winter house. Added a little bit of purple flowers there and a little heart. And then we have the little cup that was from Christmas that I put love on with my Cricut. And then up top, we have the Let It Snow Bear and a couple little hearts and some purple flowers. And I kept the white house again with the little snow-covered roof. And then I think that's pretty much it, friends. It's very simple, not a lot. I actually did not use some of the stuff that I thought I was going to use. Kind of went in a different direction as I was working on it. So needless to say, you just never know when you do it. Next year it'll probably look a lot different. So that is what it looks like, and I'll take a picture and add it at the end. And then I went ahead and worked on this little tray here. Let me bring it over. So here is the little tray that I showed you earlier. And I ended up using some things on here that I originally thought I was going to use on the bigger tier tray. And I just had the little white pedestal there and the little sign that I made. Then I had the little pink cup and I put some hearts in there with some greenery. Then I had the little white house there. And then down here in the bottom I have this sign. Sorry for the light, friends, it's a little later in the evening. It says, "You feel like home to me," and I thought that was kind of cute with the little house. We got the coffee cup, so you're drinking your coffee, feels like home, it's winter, chilly, your love is with you. So I just added a little bit of greenery there, and then the side I just have like a little glass bottle with some greenery on that. A little red heart that says "Be Mine," and that's the back side. This is actually going to go on the counter, so you're not really going to see the back side like you do my other one where you see it completely. And then I have my little sign that I made that we worked on together. It says, "You are my cup of tea," and that is the back side to that. So that is it for the little red tier tray. Alright, my friends, that will do it for today. I hope you enjoyed my small little Valentine DIY, as well as decorating my tier tray. So again, I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you don't mind, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel because that really helps me out. And so don't forget to hit that little bell so that way you'll be notified every time I have a new video coming out. So thanks so much, friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!